a lot of noise for your last comic of the evening. Richard Jeter, everybody.
How you folks doing tonight? Way to start a show. All right, got any Walking Dead fans in the crowd tonight? Still pissed? Yeah. I hate that they killed the cameraman in that last episode, though. I mean, he was my favorite character. I don't know where you come back from that. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to throw a bunch of spoilers out there. I only bring it up because, we have a Harry Potter theme park. We're getting a Star Wars theme park. I love The Walking Dead. I want a Walking Dead theme park, but I don't want it to be any, frou-frou, sugar-coated, touristy nonsense. I want it to be, dark and gritty and as true to the show as possible. So I have a proposal. It's a little bit of a work placement program, too. Good for the country. Just hear me out. I want to fly about 1,000 homeless dudes in from L.A. and Miami. I want to fly them into the park. I want to give them as many bath salts and mild sedatives as they can ingest. I mean, just an all-you-can-eat drug buffet behind the stage. Just get them good and just cranked out of their minds, but kind of slow and stumbly. So you and your family get to walk around the park, get to go through recreated sets from the show, see props used in filming, all that good touristy nonsense. But every now and then, at random intervals, siren goes off. You hear that siren, you've got 5 minutes to barricade yourself somewhere in the park as effectively as you can before we open the floodgates and just let 1,000 cranked out homeless guys shamble cannibalistically through the streets for realism, You like to sit there and criticize the decisions people in the show make. Let's see how well you do when Trash Can Pete's chewing on your face. And I know you're probably thinking, Richard, that's probably going to be a little bit of a tough sell for the insurance company, what with all the fatalities. But I think I've got that figured out. I think I've figured out how to apply to the basest nature of the executives and CEOs that are going to be pulling these strings. And that is the one and only place inside of Walking Dead land that is 100% zombie-proof. Every time that siren goes off, the gift shop. Boom. Golden marketing opportunity. And think about it. You either come in and buy a T-shirt and a beer koozie, or you stay outside and you get eaten by 1,000 homeless dudes. I guarantee they will go for it. I guarantee the Magic Kingdom would go for that if they thought they could get away with it. They'd just all be wearing mouse ears. I feel like that got kind of dark. But I blame it on the fact that recently mine and my wife's entire TV repertoire has been just a cycle of Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, and Downton Abbey. Now, I don't recommend you ever overdose on all three of those shows at one time because that will mess your mental state up. That is not a good combination. It will skew your worldview pretty hard because now it's gotten to the point where anytime anything is going really well, anytime we're having a good day, anytime things are just really coming together, we start to get real paranoid. Because that's when the main characters die. And when everything is sunshine and rainbows, that's when, someone is just off for no reason. So, I'll call and be like, hey, honey, I got promoted at work today. I'm just going to sleep here in my cubicle because I'm pretty sure if I step out of the building, I'm going to get hit by a bus. And it starts creeping into, other shows, too. We could be watching a completely unrelated show, completely different genre. We could be watching, SpongeBob. SpongeBob stops Plankton from stealing the recipe for the Krabby Patties. And I'm turning to her, and I'm like, well, yeah, but now Plankton has to kill Patrick for revenge because that's Bikini Bottom justice. He has to pay the iron price. They're going to find him chopped up into 5 little pieces, but it's okay because he's a starfish, so he'll just regrow into 5 little Patricks. God, I'm a dork. I am. I'm a complete nerd, but it's actually more acceptable to be a nerd right now than it ever has been at any point in my life. I'm a little bitter that it happened when I'm in my 30s. But it's mainstream now. Chris Hardwick and Nerdist and all that have really taken it into a popular place. So now I don't feel weird standing up here telling you that I know what Harry Potter house I belong in, or what my D&D alignment would be, or what superpower I would pick. Gryffindor, chaotic good, and teleportation. Thank you for asking. But despite all that, I still managed to marry just an absolutely gorgeous woman. I mean, it confuses me when I look at her. I'm not arguing, and she's a gamer, and she's into some of the same fandoms I am, and I don't know that I'm going anywhere with that. I think it's just kind of my it gets better PSA for any awkward 20-somethings in the audience. But it didn't always used to be that way. I mean, I went through a phase where I tried the online dating thing, and all online dating ended up being for me was a yardstick by which to measure how sad science thought my life was at that moment. Because I went on Match.com. It was a while back. Went on Match.com, did all the tests, filled out all the questionnaires, did all the quizzes, searched for my matches. It's like 97% match. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Click on it, and it's like, I've been a shut-in since 2004, and my turn-ons are riddles and shiny rings, and my turn-offs are hobbits. Okay, let me check the next one. It's like, I like to do taxidermy on my own dead cats. Like, an hour later, I'm just curled into a ball on the couch with a gallon of ice cream, and I've decided I'm never procreating because it's the responsible thing to do. But I do want kids, though. I want kids at some point, eventually, and it doesn't help that all of my friends are starting families. Like, my Facebook feed is now nothing but, like, larval versions of people that I remember doing naked keg stands in a park at 2 a.m. People that I remember launching bottle rockets out of their teeth, have spit on Darwin's grave and passed on their genetic material to a small human being that they are now in charge of keeping alive. But me pursuing stand-up as a career is the irresponsible thing to do, yeah. I want kids, I do, but, I look at the world we live in, and I look at this election, and I look at all the stuff I put my parents through, and I just don't know. I mean, because my generation kind of did that Indiana Jones barrel roll under the giant stone door of the YouTube era as it came crashing down. Because none of the stuff I did when I was a teenager can be held against me in a court of law now, because all the people that were there have no short-term memory left. I'm going to be finding out about stuff my kids do from BuzzFeed articles. I'm going to be browsing the internet, and all of a sudden it's going to be like 18 spring breakers that threw up at the perfect moment. Number 11 will astound you. Honey, can you come here for a second? Look, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed that you weren't higher up the list. Now go get Daddy's scotch, because I feel like I failed you as a father. If you're going to do this, you're going to do it right. Anyway, that's my time, folks. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.